Hello, everybody. It's Pappy from Spiderweb Reviews, and I have a TV episode review for you. This is for the show 12 Monkeys that I've been watching, and this is episode 9. It's called Tomorrow, and this is again of season 1 of 12 Monkeys. So, to get into the story, Jones sets her plans in motion to get the core that Foster has in his possession. So there's a lot of activity going on around that. Um, in 2041, they show the origins to how Cole and Ramsey met up with Jones, and so you kind of get to see an introduction to some of that storyline. And then in 2017, Cole is Cole realizes from the news that the plague has been released and that he's trying to get to America to meet up with Cassandra and try and figure things out now that he hasn't actually seen her in a couple of years. Um, so that's pretty much what this episode's about without going into too much detail. Um, for the review, I gave it 6 legs out of 8. So it's a decent episode. I did enjoy it, but I feel like this episode, as well as the previous episode, is just really things have just kind of fallen off from the great start that this show had through the first 7 episodes. I was really into everything, and these last 2 episodes of just, even though they haven't been necessarily bad, they're just a lot more confusing. The story's not told in as good a way. Um, New characters are getting introduced, and you really don't know who they are. Um, what else can I say about that? Yeah, I mean, it's just, and there's just a lot of confusion too around all the different time periods they're going through now. Like normally it was they were they were in 2043, then they would go back in time to 2015 or whatever, and then they would come back to 2043, then they would go to 2015 again. So it's pretty straightforward to the time travel and what was going on. But the past couple episodes, it's just been all over the place. They've been in 2043, they've been in 2041, they've been in 2015, they've been in 2017. So things are just getting a lot more complex. They're not telling that story good enough. So yeah, that's kind of my big rift for this episode as well as the previous episode. To get into the specifics of the review, I gave it half a leg off for the character development because, like I said, new characters are coming in. You don't really know who they are and what their purpose is. The story is just getting more complex and not being told in as good a manner as it was previously. So I gave it 1.5 legs out of 2 for that as well. The plot twists in this episode, I gave only half a leg for. It's pretty predictable, I think, what's going to happen, and I'm not really shocked at anything anymore. I mean, I feel like that's kind of one thing that's come away from these last 2 episodes. And then the villain, I only gave half a leg for this episode. I just feel like they had such a strong villain at the beginning of this show, and you really haven't seen them for a couple episodes now, and it's hard to say exactly who they are and what they're doing now. So that's where the points came off on, or the legs. So 6 legs out of 8 for the ninth episode of 12 Monkeys, which is the episode called Tomorrow. Um, yeah, so I think that's all I have to mention about this episode. If you're a fan of this show, like I still am, obviously keep watching the episodes and let me know what you think about them in the comments. And yeah, I mean, otherwise I'm still enjoying the season, even though the past 2 episodes have been a little bit of a letdown compared to what we started out with. So with that being said, thanks for watching and stay tuned for more reviews. Goodbye.